good one.
It was actually really good. Oh, are we starting? Oops. Left, 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 right, left. There ain't no use in going back.
Jody's living it in the shack.
Jody's got something you ain't got.
It's been so long I just forgot.
Sound off, 1, 2.
Sound off, 3, 4.
Sound off, 1, 2, 3, 4. From 1994 to 2010,
Over 13,650 men and women
were discharged from the armed services,
officially stated to be undesirables from the U.S. Army.
simply because they were admitting to who they were.
Proud,
American gay.
Don't ask, don't tell was a polarizing policy.
In 2010, Senator John McCain wrote against the repeal, saying,
That it promoted discipline and morality.
was this policy effective?
Was this policy detrimental? Another American Asking and Telling by Mark Wolf.
Here, I'm going to set this right in front of you, and it's very good, so don't feel like you have to talk right into it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And feel free to wander, don't feel like...
If there's any structure to it?
Yeah. And I'll probably be using your exact words, because I'm looking for more...
Personal stories.
Right, personal stories. You see, I've been traveling all over the country and talking to straight people, gay people, and people who are parents of people in the military. I'm coming at it from all different angles.
Wait, so you're not from the military? I'm not going to get in trouble?
No, of course not.
Okay. Sound off, 1, 2, 3, 4! I was arrested in a park.
Rounded up by MPs.
My house searched.
My personal possessions confiscated.
I was put on trial.
Sent to Leavenworth, served hard time.
Because I'm gay. I was a colonel in the U.S. Army.
I come from a family of Marines. My father, his father, and his father back 7 generations.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Effectively silencing gays and lesbians.
Banning servicemen and women from serving
The United States of America.
Sound off, 1, 2, 3, 4! You know, ever since I was a boy, I always wanted to be a Marine. Because my father was one.
My son will be a Marine. It's in his blood.
I can remember when I was 8 years old. He took me down to the basement to show me his Marine Corps footlocker.
Essential subjects, general orders.
I memorized this textbook. When I was 10 years old, I had the Rifleman's Creed down word for word.
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
My rifle is my best friend. It is my life.
I must master as I master my own life.
My life. It seemed like the only thing I ever wanted to do with my life was to make my father proud. But I didn't turn out to be the son he wanted me to be.
My son will be a Marine.
When my dad found out that I was infected with HIV, I wasn't allowed to come home anymore. My sister told him, but I don't hold it against her. She had good intentions. I hold that memory in my mind over and over again.
No son of mine! No son of mine!
Dad,
You don't have any right to call me that.
Dad,
I
what?
won't talk to you until you do one thing.
Anything, Dad. What is it?
Change your last name. No! You are not my son.
That was the last time my father and I spoke. Over 2.5 years. I'm no longer a Marine anymore. Because don't ask, don't tell, I was discharged for having a gay disease. But I'm still Edward Patrick Clayton, Jr. Sound off, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Professor Moscus?
Yes?
Well, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions, if you have time.
Oh, what about?
Don't ask, don't tell.
Oh, you're one of those who think I'm the great Satan.
Oh, no, of course not. I'm looking for personal perspectives. I was wondering if you could tell me how you came up with the idea.
You know, they changed it, actually. Don't ask, don't tell, don't pursue. I was personally in favor of don't seek. You know, I like Anglo-Saxon words, none of that Latin stuff. But it really should have been don't flaunt.
Well, where did the idea come from?
Oh, well, it came to me like a light bulb in a cartoon. You know, I was standing by the water cooler and flash! Divine inspiration. Don't forget to put that one down. Divine.
Yes, of course.
Now, you see, Kennedy was getting killed early on in his years of his presidency. He was for the ban of homosexuals in the military. That was plummeting his popularity.
So don't ask, don't tell was to get his popularity up?
Don't pursue. Don't forget that one. No, it was more of like a 2 cheers for hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy?
Well, it would have had to have been. You see, look at it this way. In the showers, if you are a peeping Tom and you're going to peep on me, well then, I guess you could say no harm done. But once you tell me you're going to peep on me, then I have the problem. So just don't tell me. See, right now, you can't tell what my sexual orientation is, do you?
Well, no.
And I don't know yours. I won't announce it. I believe in modesty. Besides, it's going to be on my epitaph anyways. Don't ask, don't tell. Sound off, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Imagine living in a situation.
He was so excited to serve.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
But immediately, I knew he hated it.
Knowing someone has a rifle pointed at your head.
Matter of fact, I think he was going to go AWOL within the first couple of weeks.
Knowing someone wants to kill you.
Gosh, in the first... I wish I would have just never let him get on that ship.
If you want to live in that field, if you want to survive, you've got to believe. Believe that you are bulletproof. You gotta be tough. There's a certain swagger to it. You gotta believe you got golden armor.
You know, the night before Alan was killed, I got a call from the U.S. Navy saying that he was going to be back soon and be home before Christmas. But within 24 hours later, I got a knock on the door saying that my Alan was dead.
You've got to wear that armor every day, because if you don't have that mentality that it's not going to happen to me, that there's no bullet around you with my name on it, then you're a goner.
He told me Alan was assaulted in a park. He wasn't killed by a soldier or a public enemy. He was killed by one of his own shipmates.
And if you take off that golden armor, that machoism, then you can really get into a guy's head. And if you get into a guy's head, it's all over.
The official statement was that Terry Heavley,
U.S. Marines.
Terry Heavley was drunk.
Yeah, I was drunk, so what?
He got in an encounter with my Alan.
That faggot had it coming.
No. He beat him up so bad, we weren't even allowed to have an open coffin at his funeral.
In a battle, it's not important about the F-22s, the tanks, or the cruisers. What's really important is a man's spirit. And if you take away that spirit, you destroy him.
They weren't even charged with murder. 72 days was time served.
I do it again.
Terry Heavley's shoe print is forever embedded in my son's face.
If you take away that American man's spirit, and you destroy him, and force-feeding gays into army units like that faggot Allen, is ruining the American spirit and putting our nation in jeopardy.
This policy, your policy of don't ask, don't tell, is killing men and women all across the country. Yeah, he was a soldier who just so happened to be gay. It's time this policy ends.
Don't ask, don't tell is keeping that spirit alive. Now you can't let homosexuals in the armed forces.
Don't put our nation in jeopardy.
God bless America.
God bless.